Good morning, students. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, in engineering economics, last class what we studied. Let me recall uh, by showing you the PDF. The screen is visible. Screen is visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, last class, in earlier classes, we discussed about the introduction of engineering economics, flow in economy. Then we studied this chart, concept of engineering economics, type of efficiency, which was technical efficiency, and economic efficiency, right? Then we studied about definition and scope of engineering economics. Then we studied elements of cost, various types of cost, direct expenses. We studied this, how you can find out a selling price of a product. So these were the points. How can you find, means the way you can find out the selling price of a product, right? Then we studied about marginal cost, marginal revenue, sunk cost, and opportunity cost. Remember or not? Marginal cost, marginal revenue, sunk cost, and opportunity cost. Any doubts from this part? Till here, opportunity cost. Any doubts? If you don't have any doubts, then I'll continue with the new topic, which is break-even analysis, which you are familiar with this word now, I guess. So respond. Should I? You do you have any doubts from earlier topics, or should I continue? What happened?
Ma'am,
24
ma'am, let's
students are.
continue.
Okay. So I'll continue with the break-even analysis. Okay. So just let's see this the introduction part of what is break-even analysis. Okay. So I'll play this. Just give me a minute. Okay, the screen is visible. Just type.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Hokato, you were absent, fine. So do one thing. You go through the videos I've uploaded in the YouTube. Okay. If you don't understand, then I'll mark the topics you haven't understand. Then will continue with that also. So today let's start with break-even analysis.
How to calculate the break-even point for your business. This break-even analysis video explains the break-even point in words, in graphs, and in formulas, and encourages you to take various actions in your business to improve profitability. A common definition of the break-even point is the sales volume where neither profit nor loss is made. An alternative way of saying the same thing, the break-even point is a sales volume where contribution margin dollars equals fixed cost dollars. Let's look at the
Ma'am, we can't hear the audio.
Sorry. Okay. Let me share once again. Let me share once again.
How to calculate the break-even point for your business. This break-even analysis video explains the break-even point in words, in graphs and in formulas, and encourages you to take various actions in your business to improve profitability. A common definition of the break-even point is the sales volume where neither profit nor loss is made. An alternative way of saying the same thing, the break-even point is a sales volume where contribution margin dollars equals fixed cost dollars. Let's look at the break-even point on the graph. On the horizontal axis, the number of units sold. On the vertical axis, the total dollars. Contribution margin dollars go up for every unit sold. Contribution margin is revenue minus variable cost. What you sell the product for minus what it costs you to make an incremental unit. Fixed costs don't vary with the number of units sold. Typical examples of fixed costs are rent, depreciation, and research and development expenditures. The break-even point is right here, where the two lines intersect. Let's put some numbers to the example. If fixed costs are $200,000 and contribution margin is $4 per unit, then the business needs to sell 50,000 units to break even. If the business sells fewer than 50,000 units, the red area, then contribution margin is lower than fixed costs and the business is loss-making. If the business sells more than 50,000 units, the green area, then contribution margin is higher than fixed costs and the business makes a profit. Let's do the exact same break-even analysis but in formulas. The break-even point is the sales volume where contribution margin dollars equals fixed cost dollars. That's the same as saying that the volume sold times the contribution margin per unit equals the fixed cost dollars. And that's the same as saying that the volume sold to break even is equal to the fixed cost dollars divided by the contribution margin per unit. And that's the same as saying that the volume sold to break even is equal to the fixed cost dollars divided by the selling price per unit minus the variable cost per unit. Let's fill in the numbers to illustrate. $200,000 of fixed costs. The business needs $200,000 in contribution margin to cover that $200,000 in fixed costs. At $4 contribution margin per unit, $10 selling price per unit minus $6 variable cost per unit, the volume sold needs to be 50,000 units. That's all very interesting, but what should a business owner do with this information? The first thing that comes to mind is to try to sell as many units as possible. Increase the volume sold. But that's not the only choice the business owner has. He or she can also work on reducing the fixed costs, increasing the price per unit, or reducing the variable cost per unit. Work on all these variables at the same time, and the break-even point becomes dynamic instead of static. Want to learn more about business, finance, accounting, and
So this was the general introduction. Basically, break-even analysis is for your business, any project also where you are making. It will tell you where are you, at what point you are making profit, at what point you are making loss, and how can you increase your profit. Right. So let's see another video. Then it will be more clear. Then I'll explain also. Okay. Is the screen is visible?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
The break-even analysis in detail. Okay, the major objective of the break-even analysis is to find out the cutoff production volume from where a firm will make a profit. So that means we need to find out a point where the firm is making a no loss or a no profit situation. That is the break-even situation. So let us take the variables and define the variables. So the first variable is S. So S is defined as the selling price of the product. V is the variable cost for the product. FC is the fixed cost for the particular period, and Q is the volume of production. So we need to find the total revenue for the firm for the particular product. So let us take the total sales revenue is S. So S is equal to small s multiplied by Q. So capital S is equal to small s multiplied by Q, and capital S is the total sales revenue. Small s is the sales per unit product, that is the selling price of the product, and Q is the volume of production. The total cost of the firm for a given production volume is given as total cost, which is equal to total variable cost plus the fixed cost. So total cost becomes the total variable cost and the fixed cost, and the variable cost defined as V into Q plus the fixed cost. So V is the variable cost per unit, and Q is the total volume of production, and FC is the total fixed cost for the production.
So see, it is also saying here that the main objective of what is the purpose of this break-even analysis? It is to find out the cut of production volume where a firm will make profit. That is, you have to find it. This will be a point where you can analyze that you are making profit or loss in a business, or yeah, basically business, right? What we do in, if you see economics, it's all about money, right? So see, S is denoted, you have to remember all these formulas. So based on these formulas, we'll solve some numericals also. So your small s is your selling price per unit. That means suppose you are producing 20 pens. So S is the price of one unit, price of one pen. Okay, and V is the variable cost per unit. So there will be some variable charges like transportation, rent, and also there will be a variable cost, and this V is the variable cost per unit. That's why these are the cost per unit. That's why they have represented by small letters. Now FC is the fixed cost per period. So there will be a fixed cost for every pen. So that is FC. And Q is the volume of production, how much production you are making. Suppose you are making 20 pens, so your Q will be 20. So from this you can find the total sales revenue. That means you are getting
Ma'am,
the money. Yes,
ma'am,
yes,
how
yes.
is selling price different from fixed cost?
How is selling prices? Fixed cost means there will be some charges, fixed charges, na? Like that GST. GST is a fixed cost, right? The whatever you go to some market, you purchase anywhere in India, right? It will have a GST, so that you can take GST as a fixed cost. Understood? Clear?
Okay, ma'am.
Oh, okay. Okay, so let's continue. So the total sales revenue, that means the revenue you are getting, the money you are getting by selling those products. So this is the formula. The total S can give you it will be the formula of small s into Q. Q is the volume of production. That means 20 into S. S is the selling price of one unit and how much you are producing. Suppose 20. So S into 20, you will get the total sales revenue. Okay. Now the total cost of the firm for a given production volume. So the total cost. This is the total. This is the total sales revenue. This how much money you are getting from selling it. But the total cost. How much is the total you are getting? Means what will be the total cost of the production of that unit? So it will be some fixed cost and total variable cost. So total variable cost you can find out variable cost per unit into what sorry, volume of production. People are joining now. After 10:30 I won't admit, okay? CR, let them know if CR is in this group. Okay. So the total cost will be total variable cost plus fixed cost. TC is V into Q plus FC and S is S into Q. Okay. So let's continue.
for a particular time period. Okay, so let us discuss the break-even chart in detail. So this is the break-even chart. The y-axis is the break-even sales and the x-axis is the production quantity. So this is the independent parameter and this is the dependent parameter, and this dependent parameter is dependent on the independent parameter. That means always when you draw a graph, the quantity at the x-axis is the independent parameter and the quantity at the y-axis is the dependent parameter. So in this case, production quantity becomes the independent parameter and the sales is dependent on the independent parameter. That means the break-even sales is dependent on the production quantity. Okay, so in the case of fixed cost, it is a straight line because the fixed cost is independent with respect to production quantity. And next is the variable cost. So variable cost will increase as the quantity will increase. So this is directly proportional with respect to the production quantity and the break-even sales. So total cost. So let us define the total cost. So total cost is summation of the variable cost and the fixed cost. So this line, so this is the line of total cost, and this line is parallel with respect to this line because the fixed cost line is horizontal and it is constant. Now this region is known as a loss region and this is known as a profit region, and this is the break-even point. So this point is known as the break-even point, and at this point there is no loss and no profit for the company. And this region is known as the loss region and this is the profit region. So as the quantity of production will increase the break-even quantity, that means the company will make profit, and if the production quantity is less than the break-even quantity, then the company will make a loss. So this is the basic chart of break-even. Okay, so let us discuss the basic formulas which are used for the.
I'll repeat this from here, okay? So just understand once more. I'll repeat this.
So let us discuss the break-even chart in detail. So this is the break-even chart. The y-axis is the break-even sales and the x-axis is the production quantity. So this is the independent parameter and this is the dependent parameter, and this dependent parameter is dependent on the independent parameter. That means always when you draw a graph, the quantity at the x-axis is the independent parameter and the quantity at the y-axis is the dependent parameter. So in this case, production quantity becomes the independent parameter and the sales is dependent on the independent parameter. That means the break-even sales is dependent on the production quantity. Okay, so in the case of fixed cost, it is a straight line because the fixed cost is independent with respect to production quantity. And next is the variable.
See, it is saying that fixed cost is independent of production quantity. That means your GST will be same. If you consider a GST as a fixed cost, so it will be same. It doesn't depend how much quantity you are producing, right? How much you are purchasing. The GST will be same 18%. Okay?
Cost. So variable cost will increase as the quantity will increase. So this is directly proportional with respect to the production quantity and the break-even sales. So total cost. So let us define the total cost. So total cost is summation of the variable cost and the fixed cost. So this line, so this is the line of total cost, and this line is parallel with respect to this line because the fixed cost line is horizontal and it is constant. Now this region is known as a loss region and this is known as a profit region, and this is the break-even point. So this point is known as the break-even point, and at this point there is no loss and no profit for the company, and this region is known as the loss region and this is the profit region. So as the quantity of production will increase the break-even quantity, that means the company will make profit, and if the production quantity is less than the break-even quantity, then the company will make a loss. So this is the basic chart of break-even. Okay, so let us discuss the basic formulas which are used for the break-even analysis. So the first one is calculation of profit. So profit is sales minus the fixed cost plus the variable cost. So this is the selling price of the product. This is the cost price of the product. So this difference of the selling price and the cost price of the product becomes the profit for the product. Now the sales is equal to S into Q, and the total cost is the fixed cost plus the variable cost into quantity of production. So V into Q becomes the variable cost, and this.
So how you used to find the profit? By selling the general formula, selling price minus cost price, right? So the sales is your selling price, S into Q, and cost price is your total cost, which is fixed cost plus variable cost. Okay, these two equation we got earlier, right? So your profit is selling price minus cost price. So selling price is S into Q, and cost price is your FC plus V into Q. Okay, so just remember this formula: break even quantity, break even sale. Remember all this formula. Okay, we'll solve some numericals.
This formula becomes the formula for the profit. Next is the break-even quantity. So break-even quantity, that is the BEQ, is defined as the ratio of fixed cost upon selling price per unit minus the variable cost. So this is very important formula to find out the break-even quantity. So that is FC upon S minus V in terms of units. Next is the break-even sales. So this is just a multiplication of break-even quantity multiplying by with the selling price per unit. So FC upon S minus V. So this is break-even quantity and multiplied with S. So that is selling price of the per unit. So this multiplication will result into break-even sales. And the unit of break-even sales is in rupees. Now let us talk about contribution and contribution per unit. So contribution is sales minus variable cost. So this is also one good parameter to find out the break-even quantity, and contribution per unit. So that means contribution upon unit.
So if they ask you find out the break even quantity, how much is the quantity, how much at what quantity you will make, means that making it different for profit and sales, you can find out the contribution. So how can you find the contribution? Difference between sales means, that means S small s into Q minus variable cost, small v into Q. Okay, or selling price per unit minus variable cost per unit.
So contribution is sales minus variable cost. So contribution per unit is equal to sales minus variable cost upon unit. So which can be selling price per unit minus variable cost per unit. And this is margin of safety. MS means margin of safety, which is equal to actual sales minus the break-even sales. So actual sales minus break-even sales gives the margin of safety. So this break-even sales, this parameter is always fixed. So this parameter is always fixed, and we need to increase the actual sales to increase the margin of safety. So when actual sale increases, the margin of safety increases. So MS is proportional to the actual sales. It can also be calculated as profit upon contribution into sales. So margin of safety as per percent of sales is equal to margin of safety upon sales into 100%. So this is the formula to find out the margin of safety in terms of percentage.
There will be two formula to find out the marginal safety. That means at what point you can increase your sales. So actual sales minus break-even sales, or you can find the marginal safety by the formula profit divided by contribution into sales. And if you want to find in terms of percentage, so it will be MS minus marginal safety divided by sales into 100. So let's move to the one numerical, and it will be more clear, I guess. Is the screen is visible? Screen is visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
The company is Alpha Associates is as the following details. So the details are as follows. So the fixed cost is equal to 2 lakh rupees, 20 lakh rupees, sorry. So 20 lakh rupees, variable cost is rupees 100 per unit, and the selling price per unit is rupees 200. So the fixed.
So that is your FC is your 20 lakh rupees. Okay, FC, capital FC is your 20 lakh rupees. Variable cost, that means small b is your 100 and, and small s is your 200. So it is asking you to find the break even sales quantity. At what quantity it will give you the break even sales, then the break even sales, and it is saying if the actual production quantity is 60,000, that means if capital Q is 60,000, what will be the contribution and marginal safety by all methods. Okay, so let's see.
Cost is 20 lakh, variable cost is 100 rupees, and the selling price is rupees 200. And we need to find out the following parameters. Okay, so the first parameter is the break-even sales quantity, second one is the break-even sales, and the third, if the actual production quantity is 60,000, then we need to find out the contribution and the margin of safety by all methods. So we have two methods to find out the margin of safety. So we are going to find out the MS, that is the margin of safety, by the two methods. Okay, so the solution is as follows. So the data given in the question is the fixed cost. So fixed cost is equal to 20 lakh rupees. Variable cost per unit, that is small v, is rupees 100, and the selling price is rupees 200, that is small s. Okay, so first let us find out. Okay, so first let us find out the break-even quantity. So break-even quantity can be defined as the fixed cost minus selling price per unit minus the variable cost per unit. So the fixed cost is 20 lakhs. Selling price is equal to 200 and the variable cost is rupees 100. So FC upon S minus V is equal to 20 lakhs upon 200 minus 100. So that is 100. So 2 lakh upon 100 becomes 2000. 20,000. So break-even quantity is equal to 20 lakhs upon 100, which is equal to 20,000 units. So that is first parameter, that is the break-even quantity is equal to 20,000 units. Second one is the break-even sales. So break-even sales is just the multiplication of break-even quantity multiplying by the selling price per unit, that is S rupees. So break-even sales is equal to the break-even quantity multiplied by SP, that is 200. So 20,000 into 200 is equal to 40 lakh rupees. The third is contribution. So contribution can be defined as sales minus variable cost. So sales is equal to S into Q minus variable cost is V into Q. So S is 200, Q is 60,000, V is 100 and Q is 60,000. So 100 into 60,000 is equal to 60 lakhs. So the contribution.
So the quantity where you will the chart will show the break even point, it will be 20,000 units, and the sales for these 20,000 units will be your 40 lakh. Okay, then contribution is sales minus variable cost. So just put the values in the formula, you'll get
is equal to 60 lakh rupees. Now let us discuss the margin of safety. So margin of safety by two methods. So method one is sales minus break even sales. So total sale is 60,000 into 200, that is the selling price per unit, into total quantity minus break even sales. So break even sale is 40 lakhs. So these two parameters are calculated earlier. So sales is equal to 120 lakhs minus 40 lakhs. So 120 minus 40 is 80. So 80 lakhs. So MS, that is the margin of safety, is 80 lakh rupees. So that is method number one to find out the margin of safety. And the second method is margin of safety is equal to profit upon contribution to sales. So profit can be defined as profit is equal to sales minus FC plus V into Q, that is a fixed cost plus variable cost into quantity. So profit is equal to sales, which is equal to 60,000 into 200, that is total sales minus total cost. So total sales is equal to 120 lakhs and total cost is equal to 80 lakhs. So total profit for the total volume is equal to 40 lakh rupees. So that is the total profit, which is equal to 40 lakhs. Now we know that margin of safety is equal to profit upon contribution to sales. So profit is equal to 40 lakhs, contribution is equal to 60 lakhs and total sale is equal to 120 lakhs. So margin of safety becomes 40 lakhs upon 60 lakhs into 120 lakhs, which is equal to 80 lakh rupees. So in terms of percentage of sales, so margin of safety upon total sales is equal to 80 lakhs upon 120 lakhs, which is equal to 67%. So margin of safety in terms of sales percentage is equal to 67%. So this is the figure from one method, and this is method number one to find the margin of sales in terms of rupees. So if we divide this figure by total sales, we get the margin of safety in terms of percentage. So that's how we can calculate margin of safety. Okay, in the next video I'm going to
Okay, so that was about all about the break-even analysis. I'll share the video in the YouTube. You go through the video once and understand. Okay, and in the next class we'll discuss two more numericals based on this break-even analysis. And this topic is important from exam point of view. Okay. Okay, so that's all for today. If you go through the videos, if you have any doubts, let me know. And right now, just write your roll numbers in the chat box, okay? And don't leave the class because I'm taking the screenshot of the participant list so that I can cross check. So write your roll numbers.
Ma'am,
Yeah,
ma'am, you have not uploaded the notes in the ERP.
I have uploaded, but there is some ERP issues. I don't know what issues. Even I'm not able to upload the attendance also. So I'll ask the IT manager once again. Okay, IT officer, sorry.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, those who wrote their roll number, they can leave. Anyone left to write their roll number? Last is Dev Burma. Roll number 32. Anyone left? Okay, thank you.